Hello and welcome to the podcast Soul Chats, support for your spiritual journey. I am Elise and it is so good to have you here with me today. Now today I wanted to talk about how tea and the process of drinking tea can help hold space for you in difficult times or even any time at all. If you think about it, and hold on just a second because I'm just about to go live on my little business page. Okay, so I'm just recording on my podcast here about how tea can be used to support ourselves in difficult times or even during normal everyday times. It's a method we can use to hold space for ourselves. It's a way for us to have those qualities of, ancient monks or even present monks. It's a practice that we seem to have lost our way with. And it's definitely something that I'm extremely passionate about and love to bring through with any ceremony that I do. And I just had this burst of inspiration to come here. As I'm recording this podcast, I'm like, well, this is in relation to timeless tea. Let's go live here as I'm doing my thing on my computer, my podcast here, just to reiterate this ancient practice of the stillness, of bringing complete awareness to the process. And in so doing, you're present. There is nothing else that can touch you during that time. Nothing else that flows into you other than the water, right? Or that the sacred herbs, perhaps, rather than tea, if you're a herbal tea drinker. It's the ability for the body to open, to receive the connection, the wisdom of the herbs, if it's the herbal drinks, the teas that you're having. It gives all of the cells, all of the muscles, all of the organs, even up to your skin. You radiate. If you can allow this openness throughout every part of your being to happen, then when you take that sip, of course, that's going to go to where it's needed. And this was taught thousands of years ago. And it was also known by the monks, even by drinking tea from the Camellia sinensis tree. Just the standard tea leaves, right? When you take the moment, breathe, connect, and you're still, and every part of you starts to open. That's the beauty of breathing, right? You breathe, your body, you prepare the body to ingest the gorgeous power of whatever it is you're presenting. And so it is sacred. It's not just something that we throw down. Oh, this is going to help me. Chug, 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 like we do. It's real medicine isn't going to be bought from the pharmacy. The real medicine is you self-heal. And so how do we do that? Give ourselves space. So it just feels so important to come here and to doesn't matter what you do, particularly though when you drink your tea, honor it. Honor it because it wants to honor you as well. What you give out, you receive in equal amounts. What you give out, what you pour into that water, you then receive it when you drink that in. Oh, what a beautiful mystical truth that is. And when you work with tea that's been infused with love at the start, what power you give yourself to be able to, it moves me. I know this to be a sacred truth. To be able to then gift yourself with that stillness, with that holding, right? Whatever you need more of, you give it to the water that you're about to have. You give it to the herbs that you're honoring. And then it's infused even more. There's a sacred union that's happening, right? The two different elements that are in there. There's that sacred union that's happening there. And then there's that sacred union between you as that earth, as that body, uniting with that creation, with that infused tea. That is just such a potent, powerful thing to do, like to care, to self-care to that extent is just so vital right now. So vital right now that we return to our roots, that it is that sacred, beautiful medicine man, medicine woman that we all have. Now we sink our roots in so deep and we honor that. And we have that tangible union of energy, right? The water has memory. I think I was watching something, a movie or something with my kids, and my whole body went off. My whole body went off and with massive vibration when I heard those words. I'm like, I don't even know what bloody movie it was. It doesn't matter. But it was like this, yes, there's another piece that I have to just share. I had to infuse with it for a little while, right? I had to allow it to steep through my whole body to then bring this. But that is truth. So when we're having a drink of tea, we can do that for ourselves. But now in Australia at least, and my prayers are for anyone outside of Australia who are still on lockdown. My prayers are for one day you can gather with others. But when you do, in Australia anyway, when we do gather with others, if we can honor the sacredness of the moment, if we can honor that union with the tea and the water and ourselves, coming together. That once ancient practice, there is no time. We connect into that magic and that holding that we can do for each other and ourselves at the same time. It's such a gift, with all the chaos going around everywhere and the aggression that I can feel. It's like a battleground coming, it's like echoes coming through. It's like this is a gorgeous practice to do. If you're in the front line, if you're really feeling it, take that moment to sink in. You might need to be holding that cup and sinking those tendrils down through into the earth and going, hell, I'm needing some help here to bring this up into my cup that I'm about to induce, right? But it's a magnifier. That's what this water is. When it's infused with the herbs, it magnifies the energy. And so place your intentions into it as a sacred practice and a prayer to yourself and your life and those around you. And if you can, share it. It's such a beautiful, beautiful thing to do if we can share it and continue this going forward continue the sacredness, not lose that connection within self or and with other. It's that continuing the faith. That's a huge, huge part of it. That inner trust to keep stepping further into truth, further into who you are, in the midst of all this chaos. Using this sacred method of merging with the tea, of merging with the process of drinking the tea. It's using that as a support for you as you go through whatever you go through. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to do. So this is going to be a wrap for now. I hope that you did get something from it. I'll put any links from the tea that I create in the notes if you're interested. And I wish nothing but beautiful connection for you despite all chaos that's happening. Yeah, and just to find your roots and really be quite centered within. I'm sending so much love. Bye for now.